Good morning and welcome back to the Livingston Parish News Weekly Show, a podcast brought to you by the Livingston Parish News. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news, and we are joined today by some special guests, some guys who've kind of become rock stars here in the Denham Springs community, especially surrounding Denham Springs High School. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves real quick, and I'm going to start with the gentleman on my left.
Good morning. I'm Dan Bourgeois from the Dads of Denham.
And I'm Ricky Foster from the Dads of Denham.
And we want to thank both of these gentlemen for joining us this morning. And we want to thank you guys for tuning in. And, of course, if you're listening at any other point, good morning, good evening, or good night. We want to talk to you guys today because y'all, I don't want to say you seemingly came out of nowhere, but it almost feels like it. I didn't know much about y'all. And then with some of the unfortunate circumstances surrounding Remy Hidalgo, suddenly y'all hit the forefront here in Denham Springs. So I want to ask you guys first and foremost, where did it come from? Where did the idea come from? And when did y'all guys really get started?
Well, it's funny because you say where did it start from. So I guess on a Tuesday one morning, Coach Beard had called me. He's like, man, we're going to play golf. It's during COVID, right? And I said, yeah, I'm off on Tuesday. Let's go play golf. I was whooping him in golf, to be honest with you. And no, I wasn't. He was beating me. But I looked at Coach. I said, man, can we tailgate at the games? And he said, sure. He said, matter of fact, I had some dads at Live Oak that cooked and did some pregame meals for us. Is there a way that we can, maybe I can get y'all to cook for us? And I said, yeah, we'd love to do that. And right then I said, look, so if we cook for these games, can we just stay in tailgate? And he said, absolutely. So at that moment, I think that's when we started putting together Dads of Denham. I called my brother. He's got a son that's coming up from the 8th grade to the 9th grade.
Okay.
And then I talked to another gentleman that had a son on the field playing football, and I ran into Dan out there. Mm-hmm. And we started talking about we're going to put together a tailgate. And here we are. So it's 8 of us. And that's how we started this. It all started from a golf game. And we took it and ran with it, and it's been rock star status for sure. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, it has. I mean, y'all have a social media presence. Obviously, you have a presence at the games and that sort of thing. So, as you're talking to this group of what turned out to be 8, how did y'all start designating duties and that kind of thing? How did y'all organize? I guess you could say, because at first, everything's an idea, but all of a sudden it's like, okay, we gotta put rubber to the road here.
Well, I'll tell you, the funniest thing was looking at all the guys. We all had different names. Once you establish your name, I am the oldest of the Dads of Denham, so I'm the counselor. So then Ricky started pulling in, so we gave him prime time. Then as it went on, we had the other gentleman with us. Michael was pressed because he does camera work, so on and so forth. Wes is the enforcer. Ricky and Jamie are the ballers.
No, Jeff and Jamie.
Jeff and Jamie, I'm sorry.
Are the ballers because they both they coach a tournament team.
That's right.
Together.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. So as y'all got those names sorted, what came next? I mean, was it like, who's bringing the truck, who's bringing the smoker, who's bringing the pit? I mean, how'd that work out?
Well, man, I've been so I guess I've been cooking jambalaya now for 15 years, and I owe that to my father-in-law in Santa Ma. He taught me how to do it, and I wanted to learn, right? So we kind of stayed with just a jambalaya pasta last theme because it's the cheapest way to go. Right? Sure. So I told the guys, I said, guys, I know how to cook jambalaya and pasta. I said, I got the pots. I have tents. Yeah, we got chairs. So everything we had, we just kind of put it together. And then we went out and bought a generator. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. I mean, the stereo speaker we had. I mean, so a lot of it, we just said, well, we have all this. Let's just load it up and go out there and cook. And that's how it first started. That was it. We just went out and cooked a pot of jambalaya. And like I said, I learned how to do it. It's great to eat. I mean, everyone loved it, and it just took off from there.
I got you. Okay, so how was the reaction to your first cook? Y'all are out there before a game. I know that there was some COVID stuff going on. I mean, kind of a weird year to get it started, right?
Yeah, most definitely. It was a lot of standoff. When the guys came out, we were just a good group. There was 7 of us at that time that when we organized and we started cooking, people were like, yeah, they'd pass by, and then they saw what we were doing. having fun, interacting with the players, interacting with just the kids of the school. It just grew back into a family.
Gotcha.
Then when they realized it was just a bunch of dads having fun, knowing their children for, all the years of all the kids around the neighborhood and so on, it just expanded from there.
I gotcha. So that's a Dad's of Denham hat, right? That you're wearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How'd y'all come up with the logo? Because that kind of looks like you. That kind of looks like Wesley. So,
Man,
I go in the plant, so I'm clean.
Mark Roussel, believe it or not. Shout out to Mark Roussel. I was laying in bed one night, my phone goes off, and he sends the logo. And it said Dad's of Denham. So I sent it to the guys first. I said, guys, y'all want to use this logo? And everyone wrote back, no, we're not using that. It looks like you. I said, no, it doesn't look like me.
Prime time.
And I said, it doesn't look like me. So we kind of let the logo go for probably a month, huh? We never used it. We never said nothing about it. And then we had to do something. Someone asked us to do something. I said, guys, let's just use the logo. Let's stamp it with something and move on. And I think everybody's like, whatever, Ricky. I didn't know it would turn into this, right? I mean, it's kind of crazy because of we've been called many a times wanting the shirt, wanting this.
Oh yeah.
But we're not. This was our whole thing. It's a group of dads. It's 8 of us. That's our logo.
Right.
I mean,
Sure.
that's
It's the safety factor of it too.
Sure.
When you wear it, you're representing the dads of Denham, and just everybody comes into our circle more or less
right.
with trust that
Sure.
we are dads.
Right. Yeah.
So speaking about dads, I mean, before we talk about, how y'all have grown since then, as you started to get a little bit of notoriety with other parents, with fans of Denham and the kids, well, what was that like? How did it grow with the kids?
Well, I guess it starts with my house has always been open to children. What I mean by that is my son has about a base group of 5 boys.
Sure.
And they've always been welcome in my home. If they're hungry, they're going to eat. They need a place to stay, they're going to stay. They need a shower, they can shower. My house has always been open because of one thing I've always believed in. If they got somewhere to go, they're off the street and they're not getting in trouble.
Right.
So I've always opened my doors, and Dan is the same way.
Yeah.
His son was a year older than mine, and we've talked about it numerous times that there's kids out there that don't have that.
Sure.
And that's kind of where the Dads of Denham really started. I know we talked about tailgating and the football and the Friday night lights, but it also starts with just being a father to a kid that may not have that, right?
Right.
And so it's always been just an open door policy at my house with these kids. If they need something, they're more than welcome.
Right. Right. So this has kind of been an extension of a policy you already kind of had in place.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
So as you're moving through football season, obviously you're gaining notoriety, you're gaining speed, you're getting more used to cooking and that kind of thing. What came next as football season started to wrap up? Denham had a really good end of the season, a lot of momentum built there. What were y'all thinking as you're heading into basketball, indoor track, that kind of thing? What were y'all like? Are we going to keep this together? I mean, what was the conversation?
Well, we had to keep it together because by the time football was over, we was being called by the basketball team, by the fishing team,
Powerlifting.
by the powerlifting. I mean, so it was like, if you step, this is the way I think our group is, and it's pretty cool the way that is we all vote, right? We vote on what we're going to do because no one can tell us what we can and can't do.
Sure.
So we us 8, we have a vote. If we want to do this, then we do it. And I guess when football season was over, we was like, well, I started seeing these messages. Hey, Dads of Denham, can you come to the fishing tournament? Hey, Dads of Denham, you want to support the powerlifting, softball? If you're going to go into something and you don't give it 110%, then don't do it at all.
Right.
So that's why we just said, you know what? We're going to hit every sport, every kid, and move and just keep it going. And that's what we've done since the day we started this.
It's funny. We loaded up the Jeep and drove out to Manchac to the boat launch
Okay.
for the fishing team.
Okay.
And the fishing coach, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but anyway, thank you for the hats. And just all of them, the appreciation they have for us whenever, and I coached football, I coached baseball, so a lot of the kids that were playing on the team, and some still are, they're all just, they come to you as a father. They come to you with questions. They come to you with attitudes and all that. We just adjust them as a father does. And that's all we're trying to do. I mean, you just, like I said, being there for them.
Sure.
Yeah.
That may not have that. So we're not trying to take over someone's father's duties. So
No.
I want people to understand that. We're just trying to help if a kid needs help,
Right.
you know, or if a community needs help. And that's where I think our whole, I guess that's how it began. I mean, it started from cooking, then it just turned into just helping the community, helping the kids.
Sure. So talk about a couple of things that you've done, you know.
So do you want the good or the bad? Because I know a bad one right now.
It says edited.
Well, yeah, maybe we should keep the bad ones off air.
No,
for
it's
the
not.
time.
Look, it wasn't bad like for us. It was bad for them.
Well,
But-
this sounds like a story, so let's hear it.
all right. So, look, I don't know how much.
You open the door, man. Run with it.
I know. So,
I got you there.
Yeah, Watson Ransom Raids is supposed to take off again. So what we decided to do before every game, we did like a pre-video. I don't know if you watched them.
Yes, I did.
So we look, it was just for fun, right? Well, obviously it comes to the whatever they are, Live Oak.
Live
Oak. I know who they are. But
I know.
Live Oak. And we said, man, we've got to do it bigger for Live Oak than any other school because Beard left Live Oak, went 5 miles down the street
Right.
to coach Denham, right? And we wanted it as a fun, just a rival, right? So we said, well, what are we going to do for this video? I said, we all talked about it, not me, but we all talked about it. And we said, hey, we're going to go in front of the Watson sign and wave the Denham flag and play that song, We Ready. Well, Dan says, man, we can't stop at the Watson sign. We've got to go to Linda's
Let's go
Chicken
to
and
Linda's
eat their chicken
because
and
we
wave
love
their
chicken.
sign, right? So we go there, we eat our chicken, and we wave their sign. I'm sure people thought waved our flag, and I'm sure people in there was like, what are these guys doing, right? So then I said, bro, we can't stop here. Let's go in front of the school. Let's play the song and wave the flag. Wow. Right?
Yeah,
Hey, look,
yeah,
it
right.
was. We didn't like stick the flag
We
on
didn't
the
go through a
eagle.
gate. We just
didn't go
pulled
through
up
a
in the
gate.
parking
We
lot.
didn't do none of that. Well, let me tell you, I did not know it was gonna get the backlash or the support that it did. Right? I think the video was viewed 12,000 times.
Yes,
I
remember all that.
That's a lot in Denham
is.
Springs for
Not
anyone.
recommended for our children to do.
No, yeah. Look, kids, do not go out there and wave flags in front of Watson for sure. So we did that, and the thing kind of took off, right? The video we did. So we decided to show up and tailgate, right? This is the game. We are ready to tailgate in Watson, win this game, and come home. Well, look, me and Dad pulled up. We had everything loaded in the truck, and we ready to set up. And we was told to get off their property.
Oh wow.
So we did. We did. We made a quick phone
Well,
call.
let me rephrase. Not cook on the property.
Yeah, not cook on the property. We
Right.
couldn't tailgate.
We were there for
Right.
the game.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, they did let us go in for the game. Thank
Right.
you. Appreciate that, Live Oak. We went to we made a quick phone call to the daycare next door, right?
Best care, yeah.
Best Care or whatever it is. Shout out to them because we
Amen.
would have never cooked the $300 worth of food we bought. So we pull up and the lady says, "Hey, I'll let y'all tailgate here." Well, we did. And it was probably the best spot.
Right in front of the school, right on the property line, but on the right side, right?
And the kids seen
It
us
was
out
funny.
there. You know, it's just remember this. So let's end the story here. I'm gonna end it today because I'm tired of talking about this story. But I will say this: they have to come to us this year.
And we
Just
ready.
and we ready.
We ready.
And we will wave that flag. I promise you. But you know, out of all good fun, to be honest with you, it was just for fun. But it was taken. It went either way for us.
But it was a touchy situation with the coaches change
Sure,
and all that.
sure.
So it had its legits in some source, but we reacted well. We didn't get outrageous.
We did
or
not.
irate
We
or
didn't
anything.
respond
So,
to none of
yeah,
this stuff.
worked out well.
Are y'all kind of hoping that maybe Watson will put together a rival gang, if you will?
What, you talking about the dads of Eagles?
We've heard about them, but
I've
we
heard about
haven't
them,
seen.
but we haven't seen them.
Our key-
I didn't know.
Our key thing is the impacts of what we do for our kids in this community everybody just step up and do it.
Sure.
It's too fun. It really is. The kids see us. They see us not getting in trouble, not getting arrested, not getting hauled off. And they're like, man, when I get old, I want to be that way.
And I think that's where we want to go with this Dads of Denham thing is, a year ago from now, or a little over a year ago, I didn't know Dan Bourgeois. That's what I want people to understand. I didn't know him at all. Now, that's my brother forever because we started something. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I would do anything for Dan, and I'm sure he's the same way with me or any one of the guys.
Oh, yeah, most
that
definitely.
Outside the Facebook and outside of the TikTok, man, we got over 1 million views on TikTok. Is that crazy? So what's outside of that, we always hang out and have a good time.
Yeah.
And it's just a brotherhood that we've built, and it's something and we're hoping when we get too old to do this and we're not ready no more, we could pass that torch. We could pass that torch of the Dads of Denham and keep it going.
Sure. So speaking about the fact that Live Oak has to travel to Denham this next year, what was y'all's involvement, if any? But I do believe I saw y'all sharing some stuff about the bond renewal and the new facilities, because the most recent update on that is they're finalizing plans. Construction's going to start this summer. So interested to hear maybe if y'all had any involvement in that, if y'all had campaigned a little bit, and how excited y'all are going to be for the school to get new facilities.
Well, I know this. I'm excited. Hopefully, Coach gives us that suite upstairs in that second story, and we'll just hang that Dads of Denham banner out of the top and look down at Coach every game.
Right.
No, I'm super excited. I know Dan is.
We'll take a closet.
Go ahead, Dan. Tell them all about what you think.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I think the improvements of the school, when you look at the schools around, how they're developing, redesigning, all that, it's good to see Denham Springs coming to life like that. And it's going to be exciting for the future.
Sure.
Well, my point on this real quick was this. It's hard on a kid to get out of his last class, get in his truck, and drive to North Park, change in the parking lot, and then practice baseball or softball. That's very hard. Swim team, which I know we're not building a swim, but it's hard on these athletes. When you have other kids that walk out of there, go into a nice facility, change, and then go out to practice.
Right.
Does that make sense? Because there's a lot of kids that's in 9th grade that don't have a car, or 10th grade.
It creates that home field advantage.
It does.
It does. And we spoke to all the coaches in a series of podcasts just like this one. And it gave a very interesting perspective because Coach Mark Carroll, Coach Leslie Efferson, there it is. Sorry about that. Both of them kind of pulled back the curtain on both of their programs, and you start to realize what kind of hoops these kids were having to jump through just to go through the normal, after school practices in the fall and the winter are not like they are at other schools. No locker rooms, no, the basic stuff that a lot of people, I think, mentally were taking for granted. Well, it's Denham. Of course they have that stuff. No, they didn't.
Right.
So kind of an interesting progression there, but now they will.
Well, you know what I always thought about, and this is so off the radar with sports or anything. We have probably one of the worst intersections in the world at Eden Church and Lockhart.
Oh, yeah.
Those kids turned out of that thing for many years, right?
Yeah.
So if city officials listening, then we need a roundabout there eventually.
Well, that's the parish, and there is a roundabout coming.
And I've
there.
always thought about that. You have these. Me and you have been driving for years. Man, that's just dangerous.
It is.
And that's sending kids over there every day, and it's something. I know we had to do what we had to do, but that was my thing. I thought about things like that.
Sure.
And not only not having the facilities, but it's overdue. Look at when you go to Live Oak, or you go to Walker, or you go to Zachary. Zachary is unbelievable, but you go to those places and our kids get off the bus and they look what these kids have. We're the second largest 5A school in the state, and you don't have a locker room for your baseball team?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
It
so
is.
the $13 million, people say, well, look, it's another tax or it's a refinancing. So you're going to pay the taxes anyway. If you didn't vote for this, you didn't want to do this, that's just crazy. It's for the kids.
Right.
At the end of the day.
And to add on to your point about the roundabout real quick before we move on, when the Jubin Road roundabout is complete next year, that's the next roundabout that's
Awesome.
coming.
And it needs to be
Church
there.
Oh, yeah.
and Lockhart.
Man, yeah, it needs to be there. Good. Thank you, Denham. Appreciate that.
So moving forward, y'all, this thing is growing now. Some new facilities are coming this summer. Y'all are going to be gearing up. Well, let me ask real quick. Y'all going to be out there for summer sports? Y'all going to be running out there to North Park to check out wood bat tournament and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Because heck, we was contacted on Livingston Rants and Rave the other day about putting together a co-ed softball tournament. They said, and look, and it went on like 30 comments, and then they said, one guy on there said, "Hey, I got this figured out. Let's ask the dads of Denham. They could help us."
Boom.
And they did, and I said, so I just tagged John, who at the park. I said, "John, can they start this?" I mean, there's things that the community could do out there, and also, to raise money for the park. I mean, that's something, they're going to lose some income from Denham not playing there any longer. But, yeah, we will go out there and support all that. I think that's real cool.
Yeah.
Different.
So thinking about the future next year, what I know you had discussed a few bullet points with me when we were talking back and forth via email, but we've kind of talked about some of the things y'all did in year one. What's the future look like?
It's all a secret.
No.
Now, it's funny because we'll get together and how guys do. We'll just sit around and come up with ideas.
Sure.
And that's the cool thing about it. We do ask, if there's coaches or organizations out there that want our help. We don't give much labor to the help, but we do suggest how to go in a direction for it, and we'll organize for it. But, we all have different, our jobs and stuff, our careers that we do that we can't be everywhere at one time.
Sure.
But a lot of times if there is a request like powerlifting, when Coach Ryan asked us, we were all in,
Sure.
Project graduation.
That's next Friday night. We're cooking for them.
Yeah. So anything like that coming up. So.
Oh, I might drag my wife out there early then because my stepson's graduating next Friday. So.
There you go.
There you go.
So, hey, the dads of Denham Jambalaya will be there for sure. We in 2021, we look at 2020, put it behind us for the COVID, right? We didn't even know when we started this, are we even going to play our first game?
Right.
Yeah.
We, like I said, it started because of football dads, right? And we didn't know if we was going to play. We heard we're going to play, then we hear we're not going to play. So 2020 was a different year for dads of Denham too. We just started something, and it took off to this status of, well, how you slow it down? Well, once something starts, it's you can't.
That's it.
So we 2021 is going to be big. I mean, this year, I know we're going to talk about it in a little while tomorrow's event, but man, we're going to just try to. Now, I will say this.
I know where he's going.
No, you don't. I will say this. We have been called. I'm going to tell you something. We have been messaged to do a bachelorette party in Arkansas.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one yet.
We've asked to do birthday parties and want the dads of Denham treatment. So we do have a $49.99 dads of Denham birthday package available. No.
Well,
so, it's funny what you get. Right.
Sure.
I mean, especially from social media, because anyone can reach out to you. But 2021, I think is going to be a special year for us because I think we're going to take it to that next level that the community needs. It's called the new Denham. It's a new era.
Sure.
Right. I mean, everything. Old Denham was wonderful. I was born and raised in it. I graduated in it. But now the new era starts.
Right.
Everything's different. It's different than what it was. So that's what we're trying to bring to the table, all new things.
Right. Because speaking of different, a lot of people, especially some old Denham folks, and I may make some people a little upset saying this, but it's fact, so you're more than welcome to get upset. People don't realize how big the school district is. It's huge.
Very big.
It's huge. I mean, it goes from just north of Lockhart and 16 all the way down nearly to Port Vincent.
Port Vincent, right there at the curve.
Yeah.
Best peanuts in the world right there on that curve, though. I will say that.
That is true.
Hey, shout out to whoever owns it. Good peanuts.
But yeah, I mean, it's a big district. So like you said, I mean, it's time to step it up a little bit.
Yes.
So we're talking about the future. Tell us a little bit about this event that you alluded to.
Go ahead.
It's a big family day that the Dads of Denham are putting on. We talked about it, and it grew into a car show. We grew into live music. We got Jody Mayu from the Box Wine Band coming out from 2 to 5 tomorrow at South Park. Doors open up at 10 a.m. Our vendors and our car show personnel will be there 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning. Several vendors. The cornhole tournament will be out there. That's pretty. How many players they got for the cornhole tournament?
A lot.
Well, they did a cornhole tournament, I remember, the Saturday of the election, and it was very popular through the school. So.
Yeah, we went through Baton Rouge Cornhole Association.
Oh,
so
wow.
these are like these real cats that wear the matching shirts. Look, I don't know cornhole, but I watch on ESPN and say, man, this is like a real sport. So I reached out to a friend of mine who's part of that, and, man, he kind of took over that. There's going to be 10 sections, I think, set up, 10 games at once going. We also have the Kid Zone. This is the coolest part.
Yes.
We're going to have 5 of those inflatable jumpers.
Oh, okay.
And then we have over 820 prizes for kids. It's grown into that. I know it's not big. Look, don't come out and think you're winning the TV. But, I mean, we got something to give the kids.
That's right.
Because we have all their little games set up in a kid's corner give the kids something to do.
Most definitely.
We're going to have hundreds and hundreds of cars at the car show. Like I said, Box Wine with Jody Mayu is going to start. We're going to start the car show starts at 10 a.m. to 2. 2 o'clock, we're going to give away 10 trophies. Dads of Denham 10 trophies to this car show event. We have a lot of vendors. Man, I didn't realize the businesses that reach out to you wanting to set up a booth. I mean, we have all the way from AT&T to Waiter. I mean, these are real companies, that's coming to this event. And we, at the end of the day, we're just blessed. And if you put God first, we're just blessed.
Amen.
And we did it all for the right reason. Sure. We don't do it for the wrong reason.
That's right.
Dads of Denham have never accepted one penny.
Right.
Never.
So what brought the idea on to do this?
We was talking about the sound system at the high school.
Right.
We went to Zachary, and they're playing all this music during in between, I guess, after fourth down or just swapping the ball. Then we go to Live Oak. We lost in a block field goal return. And it was so loud and it was so just energetic, right? You go to Walker, it's the same way. We have 3 little horns playing some music up there, and it's just not good for 2021.
Sure.
So we said, we're going to raise enough money to put one of these stereo systems in.
I got you.
And so we said, well, how can we do this? And we're doing it because we want the kids there now to have it. I know they get in a new stadium. They can take the stereo, the sound system, and move it. And with the new stadium, that's less they got to pay out of the $13 million, right?
Sure, right.
Yeah.
But we decided that, look, we're going to try to do a car show, just a family day because COVID, man. People want to get out. If you look at the weather tomorrow, 81 degrees,
It's gonna be beautiful.
30% humidity.
Perfect day.
Yes.
You couldn't ask, and that goes again. It's all about who's on your side, and
Amen.
Big Man's up there with us helping us on this.
That's right.
So we're trying to raise all the money we can to put that in. I think we're up to 4,200 already that we have turned into the school. Anything tomorrow that's donated to us, if you write a check, Venmo, anything, it automatically goes to the high school.
Yeah, directly to the high school. No link.
Nothing to do with Dads of Denham, right? So we just hoping tomorrow turns out to be enough for these kids.
Sure.
That's what it's about.
Sure.
You can come out and meet us and thank us then.
Yeah.
Come thank us by showing up.
Sure.
And supporting what these kids are and give them something when they're at practice. It's not only for football, but it's for soccer. It's for graduation.
Right.
You can use all this for those different things than just football.
Right. A sound system, it increases the value of the stadium.
Absolutely.
For anybody that uses
it brings the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Right.
You can hear it's just different. When you have that loud music and these boys are coming out of that tunnel, it's just a better atmosphere.
Right.
And also, I do want to say this about this event: the band.
Right. There you go.
Shout out to the band. They took over all concession stands tomorrow. So what we did as the Dads of Denham, we broke it down where any part of the high school could come and set up a booth and sell what they want to sell, and that's their money for their part. So we gave the band the whole concessions.
Okay.
So if there's 2,000 people show up and they can make
Whatever the math
whatever
is.
the math
it's
is.
all theirs.
I mean,
It's
that's all
fully
theirs. Then we have the 50-50 raffle for the Jackettes. We have the basketball team doing snowballs. So, if you wanted to set up a booth there and sell whatever you wanted to do, we gave that profit. Whatever you make, that goes to your sport at the high school.
And the funny thing, like we were talking about as far as organization for the Dads of Denham, we talked about parking. And we're like, man, it's going to be a madhouse. So we all sitting there and we said, hey, let's get the guys, the students that park at the football game. They're professionals, the FAA.
Yeah,
So
FAA.
they're coming out to do their part as well. So that'll be another sponsorship or whatever toward them for helping us out.
So we open it up to anyone at the high school to come set up their booth and do whatever they want for their sport or it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what it's all about.
That's community right
Sure.
there.
Sure.
I keep posting, I think all week it's going to be the largest community party ever put on. I don't see
No
how
pressure.
it couldn't be. I know, I don't care. You know what?
It's fun.
You say no pressure. At the end of the day, we did it for the right reason.
That's right.
I'm going to sleep tomorrow night just as good as I did last night.
Oh, amen.
Because I know we did it for the right reason. And if you don't support that, then so be it.
Right.
I mean, that's just how we are.
Right.
So be it.
So the Dad's of Denham Community Bash starts tomorrow.
Yep,
10
Family
a.m.
Day. Family Day. Hey,
Day.
remember,
Yes, sir.
kids are welcome. It's free to come in.
Free to come
Free.
in, free admission. Just come
Free.
in, have a good old time.
Okay, and that's at South Park.
South
sir.
Park.
Yes.
So we have the entire South Park that day. Man, it's gonna be a hoot, man. It's I can't wait because a lot of us says, Lord, how is this thing gonna turn out? We don't know, but
We don't
I
know.
bet it's gonna be a good time.
Right.
It's already a beautiful day to come out, so
Yeah.
we're already.
So I want to thank these two gentlemen for joining us, and I want to thank them for taking up a mantle of trying to be sort of an outside community sponsor of Denham Springs High School and its athletics. I'm gonna have them reintroduce themselves real quick, or outroduce themselves, if you will, before we head on out. And this time we're going to start on my right, the viewer's right.
Ricky Foster, Dad's of Denham.
Dan Bourgeois with the Dads of Denham. If you don't mind, can I throw the other dads' names out as well?
Yeah, absolutely, please.
So we have Wes, we have Ray, we have Brandon, we have Michael, and
Jeff and
Jamie. Yeah.
So it's 8 of us.
Yeah.
And when you see us, just say hello.
Yeah.
That's it.
So 2 of the guys only get a half. We won't give out their names. That way the balance is right on the voting.
On the vote. So look, they said, so one of them showed up. They showed up at a meeting, and he had shirts made that says, I only get a half vote. I swear.
Yeah.
These cats are like my brothers now.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
They jockeying for that extra quarter
Yeah.
from the other one.
The other one's like, I give you a few hundred for your vote. It's look, like I said, y'all please come out tomorrow. And if you want to start something, go start it. No
That's
one
it.
can stop you.
It's
Right.
that easy.
Right.
It's that simple, and do it for the right reason.
Yeah.
If you're not doing it for the right reason, don't do it at all. And if you're going to do it 110%.
Right.
You know?
Well, I do appreciate both of you taking the time to come talk to us. This will be running on Friday afternoon on our Facebook page, and it will be on our YouTube page. We're also releasing it on Twitter, and it'll be on our website. Please remember, we are on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube. We are once a week in print on Thursdays at $7 a month to get that in your mailbox. We're also online, www.livingstonparishnews.com. My name is McHugh David, publisher and editor of the news. Appreciate you guys joining us and listening to these guys have a lot of fun here in the booth this morning on a Friday morning. It's a beautiful day. Going to be a beautiful day tomorrow, so please don't forget, doors open for the Family Day, sponsored by Dads of Denham at South Park, 10 a.m. It is free. Come on out. Check it out. Lots of people within the community, especially at the high school, trying to enhance what they got going on. So thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And we appreciate you guys out there watching, and we are going to see you next time.